and swimmers. So good afternoon and welcome to session 2 of the West District Short Course Weekend 1 Championships. We will get started just in a few moments. My name is Jackie Smith and I'll be leading you through the afternoon. The program will start with the 400 meter freestyle. The senior officials for the afternoon, our referees are Fiona Sinnott and Ross Stewart. And our starters are Eileen Brown and Mike Flynn. I will read results out as they arrive with me as much as I can during the course of the afternoon, and swimmers are reminded to collect their medals from the medals desk at the top of the pool next to the racetrack before they leave the venue. Just before we do get started, I have been advised one of the results from this morning, the boys' 13-year-old 100 meter backstroke. This was won by the City of Glasgow swimmer Nikolai Cisnet in a time of 58.26. This makes him the fastest 13-year-old in Britain, as well as breaking the time also sees him breaking the Scottish age group record for 13-year-olds. And finally, the West District record, also for 13-year-olds, with a 100-meter backstroke. So well done, Nikolai. These two records, the records do need to be claimed, but I'm sure your club will attend to that for you. So we'll get started, and we'll kick off this afternoon with event 201. This is the girls 11 to 14 400-meter freestyle, and we have 4 heats. So we have So this is event 201. This is heat 1 of 4, the 400-meter freestyle for our girls this afternoon. Lane 0, Ella Craig, Oren 96. 1, Taya Laidlaw, Dumfries. 2, Sandy Keddy, Cumbernauld. 3, Hannah McMillan, North Ayrshire. 4, Charlotte Shanks, Bells Hill. Empty lanes 5 and 6. 7, Casey Crisp, East Kilbride. 8, Jessica Simpson, Lark Hall. And 9, Lucy McKenna, Cumbernauld. So this heat sees some of the younger swimmers, our 11 and 12-year-olds. The entry times here range from 5:40.58 through to 5:53.23. We saw some good personal bests from swimmers this morning, smashing their entry times. And I'm sure after this morning's racing, the girls will be looking to do exactly the same this afternoon. So 100 meters down, and Jessica Simpson, the 12-year-old from Lark Hall, leading the field with a time of 1:16.29. Sandy Keddy in second, and Casey Crisp in third. So Jessica continues to lead the field as we come up to the 150 mark. Sandy Keddy. Casey is being challenged there by Charlotte Shanks, but Casey will turn third after 150 metres. Holding off the challenge from Hannah McMillan and Charlotte Shanks. It's maybe Sandy that will also need to watch what's happening with Casey, Hannah and Charlotte as Jessica turns first. And behind her, I think, was still Sandy with Casey in third. But let's watch Hannah McMillan. She's beginning to make a bit of a move away from Charlotte now. She will have Sandy in her sights. But Charlotte has responded to Hannah and move up alongside. Still the Lark Hall swimmer, Jessica Simpson, at the halfway mark, turning there in a time of 2:42.64. Sandy Keddy in second. And Casey Crisp in third. Really not much between third, fourth and fifth places. I think Jessica continues just to have the advantage, but Sandy certainly looks like she's making up ground. The North Ayrshire swimmer Hannah McMillan now up in third. So 2:25.59 for our leader. 3:27, I beg your pardon, for Sandy and Hannah. Charlotte's getting herself up alongside Hannah again. But it was Sandy just turning ahead of Hannah, who in turn just ahead of Charlotte. Jessica still has the advantage. She'll need to try to be aware of what's happening over on the other side of the pool. As we're coming to the 300-metre mark, Jessica first, 4:08, 4:09 for Sandy, 4:10 for Hannah. So there isn't a lot in this for our first, second and third, and Charlotte's still up there with them. As is Casey. Still Jessica leading the field. She really will have to watch what's happening over on the other side of the pool. Lane 4 coming through now. Charlotte Shanks. A little bit of confusion there about where the girls had got to in the race. They still have another 50 metres to go. Taking advantage now is lane 3, Hannah McMillan. She looks to have the advantage as the girls turn for the final time. And it is the North Ayrshire swimmer who will lead the field home ahead of Sandy Keddy. And Jessica Simpson will finish in third. 5:28.40 for Hannah, 5:29.69 for Sandy, and 5:31.39 for Jessica. The girls need to hear your cheering as they come in to finish their 400 metres this afternoon. And that completes heat 1. Just wait for the board to confirm the result for us. And there we go, the results confirmed. Hannah McMillan, Sandy Keddy and Jessica Simpson, 1, 2 and 3. So this is Heat 2, Lane 0, Emma Patterson, City of Glasgow. 1, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. 2, Annabelle Lappin, Mulgine Bears Den, empty Lane 3. 4, Rose Gurley, Ren 96. 5, Evie Glencourse, Kilmarnock. 6, Emily Maguire, South Ayrshire. 7, Ava Steele, Falkirk. 8, Kayla Smith, City of Glasgow. And 9, Ava Murdoch, South Ayrshire. So this field sees some 12, 13 and 14-year-olds here. We have entry times from 5:27.84 to 5:39.63. But at the moment, it's the City of Glasgow swimmer Lula Milne leading the field, 34.08 at the 50-metre mark, with her teammate Kayla Smith in second. And Ava Steele, the Falkirk Otter swimmer, in third. So the girls come down to 100 metres. Still Lula Milne, Kayla Smith, and Ava Steele. Ava Murdoch right in at fourth there. Rose Gurley fifth. 300 metres still to go. Let's see what happens. Just need to keep a little bit of an eye on lane 9, which is not particularly visible to me at the moment. She's certainly up there challenging for third place. But it's still the two City of Glasgow girls leading the fields. Lula Milne ahead of her teammate Kayla Smith. Ava Steele holding off a challenge from Ava Murdoch as the girls turn there, with Rose Gurley in fifth. So Lula's time at the 150 mark, 1:51.57. She entered on a time of 5:36.18. Kayla's 5:36.85. So not much between these two girls on the basis of their entry times, which looks just about the difference in their placings at the current moment, as Lula continues to hold. Well, in fact, it was Kayla going into the turn there that now has the advantage. 2:31.12 against 2:31.49. The Falkirk Otter swimmer, Ava Steele, in third place, 2:39.66. They've got half the race still to go. Can Lula respond to her teammates' challenge? She looks like she's had a good turn there and has got herself back with the advantage as we come down to the 2:50 mark. Oh, both girls going in together. No, it's Kayla gets that there, 3:10.40, 3:10.82. So really not a lot between these two. Third place, Ava Steele, but watch Emma Patterson over in lane 0. Ava Murdoch as well, lane 9. So the field is pretty spread out at the moment. But the two leaders, Lula Milne and Kayla Smith. Again, coming down to the turn, it looks like Lula has the advantage. Can she hold on to this going into the turn? Oh, it's still with Kayla. 3:50.21, 3:50.28. 7/100ths of a second splitting these two girls out in the lead. Emma Patterson coming up, getting herself in strongly into fourth place. She's just less than a second behind third placed Ava Steele at the 300-metre mark. Lula's looking really strong over there in lane 1 now. I think I'll be right to call that she has the advantage now going into the turn. So Emma Patterson's got herself up into third place now over there in lane 0, ahead of Ava Steele. 3 seconds split those two girls, so a good second half of a race for Emma Patterson, but it looks like Ava Steele is responding to that. Lula Milne trying to battle against Kayla Smith, but the first place, I think, Well, no, Lula Milne got that 4:28.32. No, his board needs to be updated. 1 second. So Kayla Smith took that in 5:09.92. 5:10.24 for Lula Milne. And third place goes to the City of Glasgow swimmer Emma Patterson in a time of 5:26.09. As the board confirms the results. And this is Heat 3, Event 201, Lane 0, Jamie Steventon, Cumbernauld. 1, Abigail Fagan, Ren 96. 2, Rebecca Motion, East Kilbride. 3, Neve Brooks, East Kilbride. 4, Abby Henderson, Rutherglen. 5, Chloe Semple, Rutherglen. 6, Ava Pettigrew, Cumbernauld. 7, Elsa King, Ren 96. 8, Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. And 9, Kavya Shetty, Ren 96. And it's the Rutherglen swimmer, Abby Henderson, leading the field after 50 metres, 33.83 for her. Abigail Fagan in second, Chloe Semple in third. We can see that Abigail Fagan is beginning to get the advantage now. She's about half a body length ahead of Abby Henderson as the girls come into turn after 100 metres. Although Abby's got herself up. There she took the turn there, 1:11.33, 1:11.36 for Abigail, 1:12.80 for Chloe Semple. So at this early stage, there's really not a lot in this. But it will be Abby Henderson turning first. Abigail Fagan, good turn there. She's got the advantage again. Can she hold on to this? Chloe Semple in third, in behind them. Neve Brooks turning there at the same time as Ava Pettigrew in fourth place. Also need to keep an eye on lane 8, Sarah McGuffey. The Ren 96 swimmer, Kavya Shetty, also swimming really well. But it is still Abby Henderson. Just has the advantage from Abigail Fagan with Chloe Semple in third place. What can Chloe do to get herself higher up the placings here as Abby Henderson turns at the halfway mark? 2:28.64, 2:30.60 for Abigail Fagan. Chloe Semple, 2:31.17. Sarah McGuffey, 2:35.48. Lots of these girls also members of the Junior Academy this year. Abby Henderson, Abigail Fagan. Both turn. Chloe Semple. Kavya Shetty. Ava Pettigrew. Sarah McGuffey. All swimming really well. Abby Henderson, first place at 250 turns first rather. 250. 3:07.39. Chloe Semple's now got herself up. 3:10.93. 2/100ths of a second ahead of Abigail Fagan. Chloe is having a good second half of this race. She's obviously planned her strategy really well here. Still has the advantage in second place for Chloe Semple. Can Abigail respond to that? But it is Abby Henderson who's looking really strong out in the front now. Just to remember that the race does continue after 300 metres. Chloe Semple in second, ahead of Abigail Fagan at the turn there. It's the youngster from City of Glasgow, Sarah McGuffey, up in fourth. Looking fairly strong there. What can she do to get herself further up the placings as we come into the latter part of this race? Abby Henderson, when she turns here, will have 2 lengths still to go. Chloe Semple still up in second there. Abigail Fagan. But Sarah McGuffey is really beginning to motor now and challenge now. In fact, she will take third at the turn there. 4:31.84. Ahead of Abigail Fagan. Can Abigail respond? Sarah is swimming really well now. She's going to go into the turn, not that much behind Chloe. Can she catch Chloe? Doesn't look like it. Chloe's really picking up the pace now as we see Abby Henderson come in to finish her 400 metres this afternoon. Second place, I think, will go to Chloe Semple, with Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow, picking up third place. Finishing times there for Abby Henderson, 5:00.17. Chloe Semple, 5:05.49, and Sarah McGuffey, 5:06.86. As the girls all come in to finish their 400-metre freestyle, that concludes Heat 3. This is Heat 4 of event 201. And in lane 0, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. 1, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. 2, Evie Chan, Wren 96. 3, Gina Wren, City of Glasgow. 4, Evie Mackey, Lanark. 5, Ella Cunningham, City of Glasgow. Empty lane 6. 7, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth. 8, Iris Ware. Rutherglen and her teammate Casey Dixon goes in lane 9. So the entry times for these girls altogether faster than the previous heat. We're looking at times ranging from 4:32 to 5:07. So after the first 50 metres, perhaps no surprise, having seen her in action this morning, it is the Lanark swimmer Evie Mackey. Behind her, City of Glasgow's Gina Wren and teammate Ella Cunningham make up 1, 2, and 3. So Evie Mackey already has a 4-second lead here. 1:03, 1:07 for Gina, 1:08 at the 100-metre mark. I think it's probably fair to say that this is not about who's going to win this. It's going to be about the second and third placings in behind Evie. And at the moment, the 2 City of Glasgow swimmers looking very strong there, Gina Wren and Ella Cunningham. Let's keep an eye on what's happening with Lucy Hunter, though, from Motherwell and Wishaw. She's in 4th at the moment. Evie Chan from Wren 96 in 5th. Those 2 girls pretty much swimming stroke for stroke. Lane 8, Iris Ware. Saw her have a good race this morning. She's beginning to move through the field as well, but it is Evie Mackey who will turn at the halfway mark. 2:11.13 for Evie. Gina Wren still in second, but her teammate Ella Cunningham coming up. In fact, the 2 girls turned together there. 2:21.81, 2:22.08, so really not a lot in in that. Iris Ware still making a move. She's in 4th place, I think, at the moment, alongside Lucy Hunter and Evie Chan. As those 3 girls turn together. Evie Mackey at the 250 metre mark, 2:45.45. Evie entered here with the fastest time of 4:32.90. So absolutely no surprise to see her out in the front. But it's Ella Cunningham who's taken the lead from Gina Wren now. Gina will need to keep an eye on what's happening in lanes 1, 2 and 8 as these girls are hunting her to get themselves up into the placings. So 100 metres to go for Evie Mackey. 3:19.74 at the 300 metre mark. Ella Cunningham will turn second. 3:34.88. Gina Wren still in 3rd place, but she definitely has 3 girls on her heels with 100 metres to go. So it was pretty difficult to swim out on your own, but Evie knows what she's doing with her racing strategies. She's got a length and a half to go now. See those legs kicking, arms moving. She knows she's heading for home and nearly finished this 400 this afternoon. So it's what's happening in behind her. And we have Ella Cunningham and Lucy Hunter, the Motherwell and Wishaw swimmer, has turned in 3rd place there. Evie Chan in 4th. Gina Wren's just moved into 5th. It's whether Gina can respond as Evie Mackey finishes her 400 metre freestyle in a time of 4:27.70. It will be Ella Cunningham, I think, in second, the City of Glasgow swimmer, with a battle going on for 3rd place between Lucy Hunter and Evie Chan over there in lanes 1 and 2. Who's going to get this? It's all at the touch. And that went to Evie Chan. So 1st place, Evie Mackey, 4:27.70. Ella Cunningham, 4:47.02. And 3rd place, Evie Chan, 4:50.32. Disqualification in lane 9 for a technical infraction. As the scoreboard confirms the results for us of Heat 4. We now move on to event 202, and it's the turn of the boys. Again, we have 4 heats in this 400 metre freestyle. So as I said, this is event 202. It's the 400 metre freestyle for the boys this afternoon. This is heat 1 of 4. Lane 3, Callan Chesser, City of Glasgow. Empty lane 4 and lane 5, Oran MacLeod, Grangemouth. It's boys both 12 years of age. Entry times 5:54.87, 5:56.10. And it's Callan 35.01 after 50 marks. 38.62 for Oran MacLeod. It was nice to hear the teammates cheering on the swimmers. Only 2 swimmers in the pool, quite challenging to, when you're out in the front, to keep yourself there. You need to stick to your race plan. Chet Callan is turned there at the time of 1:16.94, 1:21.93 for Oren at the 100-meter mark. Callan's entry time, 5:56.10, so he'll be looking to improve on that. And we have seen some substantial improvements on entry times throughout the course of this morning's racing. And improvements already this afternoon in the girls' 400-meter freestyle. Looks like the gap has closed just a little bit between Callan and Oren. Callan still leading Oren, however, as the boys are going to come down to the halfway mark of this 400-meter freestyle. Let's hope they're counting. We've seen a few errors with counting already this afternoon, with coaches encouraging swimmers to keep going. But it is still Callan Chesser, 2:46.29. Now Oren is closing the gap, just about 3.5 seconds between the two boys, 2:49.52. With 175 meters to go now as Callan turns. So Callan does appear to be slowing a little. His splits in the last 50 there, 45.20 against 44.19 for Oren. Certainly appears visually that the gap is closing. The time also suggests that, 3:31.44 against 3:33.71. So Oren is slowly but surely closing the gap between himself and the leader, Callan Chesser. So we do need some cheering for these boys. Let's hear it from your teammates. They've got 100 meters to go, and the gap is closing. Oren is now on the toes, I think, of Callan. 4:16.11 for Callan, 4:17.55 for Oren at the turn there. As I said, with, 3 lengths to go now as the boys go into the turn. Need to just keep moving the arms and kicking the legs. So we're coming down to the turn. The boys will have 2 lengths to go. Let's see if the Oren can do anything to catch Callan, knowing that they're now... And he certainly is moving up alongside Callan. Callan needs to respond to that challenge to hold on to his lead that he's had for most of this race. He is going into the turn first, but Oren is right behind him. Final turn there, that motivates all swimmers. 1 length to go. Callan is moving well, and he's about a body length ahead of Oren. I'm not sure Oren's going to be able to do anything about that as they come into the closing stages of the race. Callan finishing. Callan finishing there in a time of 5:46.02. 5:46.03 for Oren. We really couldn't have asked for a closer race. 1/100th of a second splitting those two boys after 400 meters. And we move on to Heat 2. And heat 2, lane 0, Michael Odubutu, City of Glasgow. 1, Rhys Ferguson, Ren 96. 2, Samuel McEwen, Cumbernauld. 3, Rory Stevenson, Falkirk Otter. 4, Scott Watson, East Kilbride. 5, Jack Hickney, Cumbernauld. 6, Struan Henry, Dumfries. 7, Matthew Darroch, West Dunbartonshire. And 8, Nathan Zoral, Dumfries. Lane 4, I think, will take the boys into the 50-metre turn. Scott Watson, the East Kilbride swimmer, ahead of Rory Stevenson and Jack Hickney, either side of him. So we're looking at entry times in this heat, ranging from 5:43 down to 5:33. That's Scott Watson, so perhaps no surprise to see him leading the field. So we've got that little arrow shape there in the centre of the pool. Scott Watson at the head of it. Rory Stevenson second and Jack Hickney third. And that continues into the 100-metre mark, so 300 metres still to go. So in behind those boys is Struan Henry from Dumfries. Michael Odubutu, the City of Glasgow swimmer, in 5th. 7 seconds of a difference between 1st and 5th place at the moment. But whether Scott can keep this going. Certainly looking nice and comfortable out in the front there and is extending his lead. As we come down to the turn at 150 metres. 1:52.68. Rory Stevenson, 1:55.45. 1:56.97 for Jack Hickney. With Struan Henry, it's not far behind. In 4th place, but it is Scott Watson, the 13-year-old from East Kilbride, continuing to lead this field. Come down to the halfway mark, he will turn first, Rory Stevenson second, and then Jack Hickney. The three of them have spread out a little bit. No, not quite the neat arrow shape we had, but Struan Henry just right in behind Jack Hickney in 4th place there. All the boys getting lots of encouragement from their coaches and teams poolside. Scott Watson continues to dominate this, however. Looking very strong there in lane 4. Rory Stevenson, the Falkirk Otter swimmer. Rory's just 12 years of age, actually. The youngest swimmer in this heat is Rhys Ferguson at the age of 11. Scott Watson continues to lead ahead of Rory Stevenson. Jack Hickney, but coming right up alongside Jack is Struan Henry, 12-year-old from Dumfries. Just on the shoulders there of Jack Hickney. What can Jack do to keep that challenge at bay as Scott Watson turns with 100 metres to go there. His time 3:52.66, 3:57.76 for Rory. So pretty good lead there for Scott, 5 seconds. Just over. 3rd place, Struan Henry now. Jack Hickney just dropped back into 4th place. So whether he can respond to Struan Henry's charge here. But Scott Watson continues to dominate this heat this afternoon. Heat 2 of this. Rory Stevenson behind him. Struan Henry in 3rd place. Jack Hickney in 4th. Young swimmers, they'll not forget Suspect they'll not miscount again. We have seen that happening this afternoon. So taking advantage, there is Rory Stevenson finishing in first place ahead of Scott Watson, 5:15.60, 5:17.32. And it's the Dumfries swimmer, Struan Henry, finishing in third place, 5:20.53. Matthew Darroch and Michael Odubutu come in to finish their race. Let's have a cheer for Rhys Ferguson as he turns for the final time, or the youngest swimmer in this heat this afternoon. Just 11 years of age, swimming up against 12 and 13-year-olds. Probably the first time he's done this distance at districts. And nice to see him swimming as he comes in to finish his race in a time of 6:19.79. We move on to Heat 3 of Event 202. Lane 0, Ollie Jeffords, Ren 96. 1, Conor McNaught, Grangemouth. 2, Daniel Letham, Cumbernauld. 3, Rory McMillan, Stirling Swimming. 4, Ryan Crabby, Ren 96. 5, Max Miller, West Dunbartonshire, and his teammate Brian Fitzpatrick swims in Lane 6. 7, Lewis Ryder, Lark Hall. 8, Jensen Basketer, City of Glasgow. And 9, Lewis Watson, East Kilbride. So it's the West Dunbartonshire swimmer Max Miller taking the early lead, 31.44. Beg your pardon, I should have announced there is no swimmer in lane 7. My mistake. Ryan Crabby, second place there after 50 metres, and Brian Fitzpatrick in third. So very much like the previous heat. The first, second and third placings in the centre of the pool. Max Miller continues to dominate. We'll just turn away from the pool a little for a moment. I have the results here for event 201. The girls 11 to 12, 400 metre freestyle. First place goes to Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. Second, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. Third, Emma Patterson, City of Glasgow. The 13-year-old girls 400 metre freestyle. First place goes to Evie Chan, Ren 96. Second, Abby Henderson, Rutherglen. Third, Kayla Smith, City of Glasgow. The 14-year-old girls, first place, Evie Mackey, Lanark. Second, Ella Cunningham, City of Glasgow. And third, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. So let's go back to the pool and see what's happening. And it is still Max Miller, the West Dunbartonshire swimmer, in first place. He's got about a 5-second of advantage over the Ren 96 Ryan Crabby. And then behind him, Brian Fitzpatrick. Don't appear to be recording times for lane 3 at the moment. Sure that will rectify itself, but Max, 200 metres done. 200 metres to go, 2:18.75. Increasing that lead, 6 seconds ahead of Ryan Crabby now. Brian Fitzpatrick's 2:29.61. So 11 seconds behind Max. Conor McNaught in 4th. Daniel Letham in 5th. But the field is pretty well spread out. It's really about, certainly not about first place. I think that's definitely going to go to Max as long as he can keep this going. But we have seen that change earlier on. It's all about knowing where you are in the race and making sure you don't stop too early. Ryan Crabby continues in second, Brian Fitzpatrick in third. But it is the Western Bartonshire Max Miller who is dominating this third heat of the 400-metre freestyle this afternoon. And with 4 lengths to go, 3:32.12. Max's entry time, 5:10.79. He will be looking to smash that this afternoon. This is Ryan Crabby in second and Brian Fitzpatrick continues in third. 4 lengths to go. But let's keep an eye on what's happening in lanes 1, 2 and 3. Conor McNaught, Daniel Letham, Rory McMillan. Swimming in a line. Can they challenge Brian? Can they challenge Ryan as well? But Max Miller, he has 2 lengths to go. 4:09.29. Let's keep an eye on that clock for him. I think there's no doubt he's going to smash his entry time. Ryan Crabby tied second. Brian Fitzpatrick still in third place there. 2 lengths to go for the boys over in lanes 1, 2 and 3. What can they do to improve their placings? As Max Miller comes into the final 10 metres of his 400-metre freestyle this afternoon. Keep an eye on the clock and he finishes there in a time of, it's not going to tell me, but he definitely has broken his entry time quite substantially. Ryan Crabby will finish second and Brian Fitzpatrick will finish third, with a bit of a battle going on for 4th place over there, but I think it's gone to Conor McNaught in lane 1. So Max Miller first place, Ryan Crabby second and Brian Fitzpatrick in third as the board confirms those results for us. And we move on to Heat 4, the final heat of event 202. In lane 0, Angus Woods, Kintyre. 1, Harrison McMillan, Stirling Swimming. 2, Jack Kivlahan, Ren 96. 3, Cooper Sloss, also Ren 96. 4, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swimming. 5, Aaron Russell, Bells Hill Shark. 6, Aviv Dotton, Ren 96. 7, Murray Johnson, Ren 96. 8, Kyle Sanderson, South Ayrshire. And 9, Logan Moffat, Bells Hill Sharks. So after 50 metres, it's Lachlan Small from Stirling Swimming. Ahead of Aaron Russell. And then Kyle Saunderson in lane 8 was in third place. This continues to be Lachlan Small as we come into the turn at the 100-metre mark. So Lachlan's entry time here was the fastest, 4:28.60, and the entry times range from that up to 5:05.95. But keeping tabs on Lachlan is the Bells Hill Shark swimmer Aaron Russell. 0.8 of a second separated the two after 100 metres. But Lachlan's looking pretty comfortable out there in the lead. Let's have a look at the times as they come into the turn here. 1:37, 1:39. So, yeah, a bit of Lachlan has extended his lead a little bit, but Aaron's still got him in his sights. It's just about half a body length splits these two boys. There in the centre of the pool, with the Ren 96 swimmer Murray Johnson up into third place there after 150 metres. So Lachlan Small after 200 metres, 2:12 exactly, 2:13.22 for Aaron Russell. Kyle Saunderson back up into third now. Murray Johnson just in behind him. Fifth place, Logan Moffat and near me in lane 9. But Lachlan Small really beginning to move away from Aaron now. Aaron was able to respond earlier on in the race, but doesn't appear to be able to just at the moment. 250 metres completed for both of these boys. 2:45.10 against 2:47.64. Cooper Sloss now up into third place. So third place does appear to be changing all the time at the moment. Several boys in the running for that at the moment. Cooper Sloss, Kyle Saunderson, Murray Johnson's not too far behind, Logan Moffat. But it is Lachlan Small who is dominating this final heat of event 202 this afternoon. Aaron Russell just cannot respond, but is firmly in second place. It will all be about third place here. And coming into the turn at 300 metres, third Cooper Sloss in third, Kyle Saunderson in fourth, but less than a second between those two boys, half a second indeed. So Lachlan Small at 350 metres, 3:52.27. This will be his race this afternoon. Second place, I'm almost certain, will go to Aaron Russell, and it will be about third, but at the moment that looks like Cooper Sloss. He is moving ahead of the rest of the field, responded to challenges from lane 8 and 9. And let's keep an eye on Angus Woods from Kintyre, also swimming well in the closing stages of this race. As Lachlan Small finishes his 400 metres this afternoon in a time of 4:25.17. He'll be pleased with that. Aaron Russell has also finished, but the board's not giving me the finish time for him yet. But it will be Cooper Sloss, the Ren 96 swimmer, who will finish in third place, ahead of Angus Woods from Kintyre and Kyle Saunderson from South Ayrshire. The board is now showing me Aaron's time, 4:29.74. And 4:46.97 for Cooper Sloss. Officials just doing their thing before the board will confirm the final result for us. And then we will move on to event 203. And this is the girls' 200 metre butterfly. And there we are, the results confirmed for the final heat of event 202, heat 4. So as I said, we're now moving on to event 203. This is the 200 metre butterfly for girls, and we have two heats of this event this afternoon. So this is heat 1. In lane 3, Emily Taylor, Lanark. Start that again. Lane 3, Emily Taylor, Lanark. 4, Rebecca Malling, Bells Hill Sharks. And 5, Madison Smith from South Ayrshire. So it's a 200 metre butterfly for these girls this afternoon. Good to see the girls tackling this. It's probably something that is not one of the favourite races for our swimmers. But it is Rebecca Malin turning there first, 37.73. Emily Taylor in behind her and Madison Smith in third at the moment. So the girls all entered on times of 3:02 for Rebecca, 3:09 for Madison and 3:12 for Emily. They'll be looking to improve as we see Emily Taylor, the 11-year-old, coming up alongside Rebecca and indeed gaining the advantage as the girls go into the halfway mark after having swam 100 meters. And it is indeed Emily Taylor who has taken the advantage, 1:22.63. Rebecca Mallin, 1:23.02. There's Madison Smith turning there at the halfway mark, 1:28.85. But it is a battle between Emily and Rebecca at the moment. Emily continues to have the advantage over Rebecca. And had a good turn there. Look at that. She's about a body length ahead of Rebecca as the girls come down to 150 meters with 2 lengths to go. So Emily's entry time here was the slowest, 3:12.30. She will be looking to improve that. It certainly seems on course to do so at the moment as she continues to lead Rebecca. As the girls come up, the two girls come up to the final turn, it will be Emily Taylor leading into the turn there. Well, let's keep an eye on the time at the moment, 2:35. So coming down to about 12, 13 meters still to go. She has a substantial lead over Rebecca now. So will not be caught as Emily comes in to finish her 200 meters this afternoon with a clock that hasn't stopped for me, but there we go. No, it hasn't recorded for lane 3 yet. 2:50.92. So she'll be pleased with that, as indeed will be Rebecca and Madison, as they both all three come in within their entry time with personal best this afternoon. And this is Heat 2 of event 203. Lane 0, Caitlin Morton, City of Glasgow. 1, Eva Gordon, also City of Glasgow. 2, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow. 3, Daisy McInnes, City of Glasgow. 4, Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow. 5, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. 6, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. 7, Olivia Caldwell, City of Glasgow. 8, Alicia Thompson, Cumbernauld. And 9, Orlith Jeffrey, Lanark. And it's Abigail Crawford in lane 4, the early lead after 50 meters. Her teammate Daisy McInnes in second and teammate Amy Rowell in third. But coming up alongside them, let's keep an eye on Anna Campbell and Charlotte Craig from Ren 96, as well as Olivia Caldwell. These girls are all pretty tight there going into the turn, but it is still Abigail Crawford ahead of Daisy McInnes and Amy Rowell. Anna Campbell up in 4th place. Need to watch what Charlotte Craig is doing, however, but it was Olivia Caldwell that turned 4th there. Charlotte Craig in 5th as Abigail Crawford continues to lead the field. 1:14.20 at the 100 meters there for her. The girls' entry times this afternoon range from 2:32.30 to 2:56.70. We have a couple of 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, but the majority of this field are 14, as is our current leader, Abigail Crawford. 150 meters completed. She has 2 lengths to go. 1:55.04, 1:56.80 for Amy Rowell. Daisy McInnes, 1:57.33. So our 3 leaders have not changed throughout this race, and Abigail goes into the final turn leading the field. She'll lead home her 2 teammates, Daisy McInnes and Amy Rowell. So whether Daisy can respond to what Amy is doing. and get herself up into second, but I think not, as Abigail Crawford finishes there in a time of 2:34.67. Amiral 2:37.37 and 2:40.09 for Daisy. As Alicia Thompson comes in to finish, closely followed by Orlith Jeffrey. That completes the 200-meter butterfly event for the girls, and we move on to the boys. Again, we have 2 heats. So this is event 204, the 200-meter butterfly for the boys, and we have 2 heats, as I said a moment ago. This is heat 1 in lane 2, Sean Cassidy, Motherwell and Wishaw. Lane 3, Lewis Ryder, Lark Hall. 4, Jay McKinnon, Western Bartonshire. 5, Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. 6, Oliver McElraith, Cumbernauld. And it's the Lark Hall swimmer, the 13-year-old from Lark Hall, Lewis Ryder, taking an early lead there, turning at 37.36 after the first 50 metres. Jay McKinnon turned second, but I think Oliver McElraith came out of the turn better there and possibly has the advantage, as does Samuel Ruff over Jay now. As Lewis Ryder turns to head for the halfway mark after 100 metres. Samuel Ruff from City of Glasgow in second. Jay McKinnon hasn't lost touch, but I think Oliver McElraith still has the advantage over him for third place as the boys go into the turn at the halfway mark. Lewis Ryder there turning in 1:19.83, so Lewis's entry time here 2:55.22. Continuing to lead the field ahead of Samuel Ruff in lane 5. Third place is Oliver McElraith and Jay McKinnon in 4th. So, boys' turn. They've 2 lengths to go now. Lewis Ryder continues to hold off Samuel Ruff, 2:05.47 against 2:06.06, less than half a second between these 2 boys. Can Lewis keep this going to hold off the challenge from Samuel? As Lewis goes into the turn first, Samuel is right behind him, however. Who came off the turn better there? It looks like it's Lewis, as he's beginning to move away from Samuel now as we come into the closing stages of this 200-meter butterfly this afternoon for these boys. Finishing there, 2:46.45, Lewis Ryder in first place. Samuel Ruff, 2:49.07. And it's the Cumbernauld swimmer Oliver McElraith who takes third place in a time of 2:55.89. The results now confirmed. So this is Heat 2, Event 204. Lane 0, Cooper Sloss, Ren 96. 1, Carl Connolly, City of Glasgow. 2, Aaron Machin, City of Glasgow. 3, Daniel Hendry, City of Glasgow. 4, Nikolai Cisnet, also City of Glasgow. 5, Ethan Collins, Bells Hill Sharks. 6, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. Empty lane 7. 8, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. And 9, Murray Callan, Lark Hall. So, perhaps unsurprisingly, it is the City of Glasgow swimmer Nikolai Cisnet who has taken the early lead. 29.06, only one to do the first 50 sub 30 seconds. Ethan Collins in second place and Cole Murphy in third. But it is Nikolai Cisnet who will turn first at the 100 metres, followed by the Bells Hill Shark swimmer Ethan Collins. There's 2 City of Glasgow swimmers coming in battling for third. But it went to Daniel Henry there ahead of Cole Murphy at the turn. So less than 4 lengths to go and Nikolai is motoring. Ethan is doing his best to try and close that gap. What can he do to catch Nikolai? We've seen Nikolai dominate his races this morning. And he is continuing to do so this afternoon. So after 150 metres, 1:39.32 for Nikolai. Entry time here, 2:18.18. Ethan Collins in second place. Third place is Daniel Hendry in lane 3. So working hard is Cole Murphy. Whether he can catch his teammate Daniel Hendry, but he's not going to catch Nikolai or Ethan as Nikolai comes into the final half, the last few metres of his 200-metre butterfly race this afternoon, finishing in a time of 2:15.87. Ethan Collins in second, and it will be Daniel Hendry from City of Glasgow finishing in third. 2:26.88 for Daniel. Just to get the time there for Ethan Collins, but he was in second place, notwithstanding what the board is currently saying. And the board will update itself, I think, in a few moments as the swimmers come in to finish their 200-metre butterfly this afternoon. There we have. So we have Ethan's time there, 2:20.98, putting Daniel Hendry into third place, behind Nikolai Cisnet and Ethan Collins. And that's the results confirmed for the Heat 2 of Event 204, which concludes Event 204. And it's now the turn of the girls again, the 100-metre breaststroke in Event 205 with 5 heats. Event 205, Heat 1. Lane 2, Jessica Simpson, Lark Hall. 3, Louisa McNish, South Ayrshire. 4, Cara Broadley, Stirling Swimming. 5, Heidi Addison, Hamilton Baths, empty lane 6. So this is the 100-metre breaststroke for the girls. And after the first turn, it's the Lark Hall swimmer, Jessica Simpson, the 12-year-old. In fact, Heidi Addison is the youngest here, at only 11 years of age. So Jessica Simpson entered in a time of 1:41.38. And she turns first after 50 metres, 45.38. Louisa McNish in behind her, and Cara Broadley in third. Isn't a lot between the 3 girls in behind Jessica Simpson, however. So it'll all be a case of what they can do after the final turn and the push to head for home as Jessica turns first. Don't think she's going to be challenged for the lead here. She looks very comfortable out there. But it is all going to be about second and third places as the girls are pushing to get the fingers and get the touch ahead of the swimmers either side of them as Jessica Simpson finishes her race this afternoon. In behind her, I think, possibly it was Heidi Addison. Certainly looking at the times it is. Heidi Addison in second. I beg your pardon, I misread that. Jessica Simpson first, Louisa McNish second, and Heidi Addison third. Heat 2, event 205. Lane 0, Ekvira Singh, Scotia. 1, Anna Law, Lark Hall, empty lane 2. 3, Orlith McCusker, City of Glasgow. 4, Erin Purdon, Lanark. 5, Emma Patterson, City of Glasgow. 6, Charlotte Shanks, Bells Hill. 7, Hannah Jimison, East Kilbride. 8, Charlotte Small, Lanark. And 9, Ella Craig, Ren 96. So I've got some results here for event 202, the boys 11 to 12, 400 meter freestyle. First place, Jack Kivlahan, Ren 96. Second, Daniel Letham, Cumbernauld. Third, Jensen Basketer, City of Glasgow. 13-year-old boys. First place, Angus Woods, Kintyre. Second, Logan Moffat, Bells Hill Sharks. Third, Murray Johnson, Ren 96. 14-year-old boys. First place, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swimming. Second, Aaron Russell, Bells Hill Sharks. And third, Max Miller, Western Bartonshire. So let's go back to the pool, and it's Orlith McCusker who was leading after 50 metres. Erin Purdon second, and Hannah Jameson third. It will be the 13-year-old from City of Glasgow, Orla McCusker, who will finish first, followed by Emma Patterson, as Orlith finishes there in a time of 1:31.83. There we go, the board's now confirming what I thought. Emma Patterson finishing second, 1:34.42, and third place goes to Charlotte Shanks, 1:37.19. So the board will just update shortly once times are confirmed. So event 203 results. First place for the 11 to 12-year-old 200 meter butterfly goes to Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. Charlotte Craig, Ren 96 second, and Emily Taylor Lanark in third. 13-year-old girls. First place, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. Caitlin Morton, City of Glasgow in second, and Orlith Jeffrey Lanark in third. 14-year-old girls, first place goes to Abigail Crawford, second Daisy McInnes, and third Olivia Caldwell, all three girls, City of Glasgow. So the board is now showing the results for Heat 2. Orlith McCusker, Emma Patterson and Charlotte Shanks, 1, 2 and 3. And we move on to Heat 3. Lane 0, Heidi Shaw, Ren 96. What? Erin Lammy, Lanark. 2, Rachel Cameron, North Ayrshire. 3, Charlotte Smith, Stirling Swimming. 4, Lucy McKenna, Cumbernauld. Empty Lane 5. 6, Ailey Stevenson, Kilmarnock. 7, Eva Gibson, Cumbernauld. 8, Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow, and an empty Lane 9. So Lane 7, Eva Gibson has the advantage over the field, ahead of Charlotte Smith and Rachel Cameron. So we have a mixture of 12, 13 and 14-year-olds here with entry times 1:34.16 through to 1:34.90. So really not a lot between the girls on paper. But it is Eva Gibson who continues to lead the field. She'll need to keep an eye on what's happening in Lane 3. Charlotte Smith, she may well have the advantage now as the girls come into the closing stages of the 100-meter breaststroke. Lane 0, Heidi Shaw also swimming well. Think she just has the advantage. Is she going to get that? No, she's not. Charlotte Smith in first, Heidi Shaw in second, and Eva Gibson in third. 1:33.42 for Charlotte, 1:33.70 for Heidi. And as the ball clears itself, I'll confirm the time for Eva Gibson, 1:34.60. So there's a disqualification in Lane 1 in Heat 3 for a technical infraction. Heat 4, Lane 0, Lucy McFadden, Kintyre. 1, Neve Scott, City of Glasgow. 2, Elsa King, Ren 96. 3, Katia Wilson, Bells Hill Shark. 4, Elsa Chand, East Kilbride. 5, Amy McCready, Bells Hill Sharks, and her teammate Sophie Haining swims in Lane 6. 7, Iris Ware, Rutherglen. 8, Amy Clitheroe, South Ayrshire. And 9, Emily Hickey from East Kilbride. And it's the East Kilbride swimmer, Elsa Chand, the 11-year-old, leading the field into the turn after 50 metres. Closely followed by Katia Wilson from Bells Hill. We've seen Elsa Chand swimming earlier today. A young swimmer, but swimming well. And she's going to go into the final turn, leading the field. The youngster with an entry time of 1:26.60. It's Katia Wilson in second, and her teammate Amy McCready in third. As the girls come into the closing stages, it will be the youngster from East Kilbride who will take this, doing so in a time of 1:25.90. Beaten her entry time, the 2 Bells Hill Sharks swimmer Katia Wilson in second, and I'm sure it was Amy McCready in third, but the board's not confirming yet, so we'll just wait for that all to be updated. And indeed, yep, that's the results confirmed. Elsa Chand, Katia Wilson, Amy McCready. And we move on to the final heat of event 205, and this is heat 5. Lane 0, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. 1, Grace Blair, Falkirk Otter. 2, Evie Chan, Ren 96. 3, Gina Wren, City of Glasgow. 4, Ava Ross, City of Glasgow. 5, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth. 6, Abigail Fagan, Ren 96. 7, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. 8, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. And 9, Katie Gaffney, Rutherglen. And lane 4, Ava Ross taking an early lead here. 36.51. Her teammate Gina Wren in behind her, 38.87. And Lula Milne, also City of Glasgow, 39.91 in third place at the halfway mark. But let's keep an eye on lane 6, Abigail Fagan. Certainly, I think she has the advantage over Lula Milne, possibly going into the final turn. But it is Ava Ross who will lead the field home. Gina Wren at the moment looks still to be in second place. It's all going to be about third place here, as Ava Ross finishes there in a time of 1:18.06. Gina Wren in second, 1:22.83, and Lula Milne held off the challenge from Abigail Fagan to take third place there in a time of 1:23.41, as the board confirms those results. And it's now the turn of the boys in the 100-metre breaststroke, and this is event 206. We have 5 heats, and this is heat 1. Lane 2, Gordon MacLeod, South Ayrshire. His teammate Cameron Miller goes in lane 3. 4, Nicodemus Mulemans from Kingston. And 5, Hamish Black, South Ayrshire. There is an empty lane 6. So it's the Kingston swimmer taking an early lead here as we come down to the 50 metres, the halfway mark. The South Ayrshire swimmer, Hamish Black, turning at the same time as Nicodemus Mulemans. Nicodemus' time there at the turn, 44.84 against 44.96 for Hamish. Looks to me like Hamish may now have the advantage over the Kingston swimmer as the boys go into the final turn. It will indeed be Hamish Black turning first. Who's going to get the better turn there? Oh, Nicodemus still on Hamish's shoulders there. Can Hamish hold him off as they come into about 12 metres to go? And he has indeed, the South Ayrshire swimmer beginning to move away from Nicodemus. Cameron Miller in behind Nicodemus, I think, will be your third place. Again, the board's not... Oh, there we go. So 1:34.37 for our first place, Hamish Black. 1:36.03, and Cameron Miller comes in with 1:37.15. So and this is heat 2, lane 0. Adam Northcutt, North Ayrshire. 1, Max Clark, South Ayrshire. 2, Tynan Baird, South Ayrshire. 3, Lewis Relly, South Ayrshire. 4, Cameron Ralston, Kintyre. 5, Daniel Simpson, South Ayrshire. 6, Rory McMillan, Stirling Swimming. 7, Ollie Jeffords, Ren 96. 8, Callan Chesser, City of Glasgow. And 9, Oliver Archibald, Stirling Swimming. So Adam Northcutt looks to have the advantage all the way over there in lane 0. I think he will go into the turn first, but challenge for that is Cameron Ralston and Lewis Relly. So they're in Cameron second, McIntyre swimmer, and Lewis Relly third. So we do have entry times here ranging from 1:33.17 through to 1:38.84. So going into the final turn, looked like it was lane 3, Lewis Relly, the South Ayrshire swimmer. Can Cameron respond to that? Adam Northcutt continuing to swim well. Alice Daniel Simpson. Looking to these boys, they're all looking to get themselves into the placings here. But it will be the South Ayrshire swimmer, Lewis Relly, finishing first, 1:30.59. Cameron Ralston second, 1:31.72. And over it in lane 0, Adam Northcutt, 1:33.85 in third place. Beg your pardon, the results quickly flashed there, but third place went to Daniel Simpson. And heat 3, lane 0, Aidan Fraser, Western Bartonshire. 1, Alexandru Vasilios, Cumbernauld. 2, Cameron O'Donnell, Hamilton Bath. 3, Josh Ruddy, Stirling Swimming. 4, Jensen Basketer, City of Glasgow. 5, Mark Sterling, Bowness. 6, Zach Neeson, Lark Hall. 7, Max Smith, City of Glasgow. 8, Michael Odebutu, City of Glasgow. And 9, Ewan Rendell, Milngavie and Bearsden. It's lane 6, the Lark Hall swimmer, Zach Neeson, will lead the field in at the halfway mark. 41.03 for Zach there. His entry time, 1:30.15. Also swimming well, Josh Ruddy from Stirling Swimming over in lane 3. See what happens at the final turn of the boys' turn and head for home. It is still the Lark Hall swimmer just ahead of Josh Ruddy from Stirling Swimming. But I think Josh is beginning to turn up the burners now, and he's beginning to move ahead of Zach Neeson. Then over in lane 1, Alexandra Vasilios from Cumbernauld will take third place. In behind Josh Ruddy, Zach Neeson. Josh finishes in a time there of 1:26.89, Zach 1:27.61, and 1:29.43 for Alexander Vasilios. There's a disqualification in lane 1 for a technical infraction. That does impact on the results I've just filled. That moves Cameron O'Donnell into third place with a time of 1:31.44. Heat 4, lane 0, Soren Hudson Young, Stirling Swimming. 1, Gerard Gonter, City of Glasgow. 2, Caelan Cardy, Stirling Swimming. 3, Ethan Reid, Ren 96. 4, Murray Callan, Lark Hall. 5, Callum Struzik, Bells Hill. 6, Lance McMahon, Helensburgh. 7, Luke Todd, Grangemouth. 8, Harrison McMillan, Stirling Swimming. And 9, Jack Morrison, Cumbernauld. And it's Callum Struzik from Bells Hill Sharks, just has the advantage over the Helensburgh swimmer Lance McMahon. At the 50-metre mark there, Callum's time 40.35. It's not recording for Lance at the moment, but he definitely turned second in behind Callum. Callum leads the boys into the final turn with Lance just right behind him on his shoulders. This will be a battle, I think, going down the final length, although having a really good turn there, Callum Struzek. And he's about a body length ahead of the Helensburgh swimmer, Lance McMahon. Third place, we need to keep an eye on what Jared Gonter's doing over in lane 1. As Lance comes up alongside the Bells Hill swimmer, and Lance is going to take this, and he does. 1:23.65, 1:23.73 for Callum Struzek, and it is the City of Glasgow swimmer Jared Gonter in a time of 1:25.18 who finishes in third place. And this is Heat 5, the final heat of Event 206. Lane 0, Ryan Krabby, Ren 96. 1, Luke Watland-Smith, Helensburgh. 2, Joe Crawford, Scotia. 3, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow. 4, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swimming. 5, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. 6, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow, empty lane 7. 8, Angus Woods, Kintyre. And 9, Aviv Dotton from Ren 96. And it's lane 4, Fraser van der Meulen. Leading the field at the halfway mark there, 33.62. The Rutherglen swimmer, Finlay Bennett, 34.64. And he looks to have gained the advantage over Fraser now as the boys go into the final turn. And it will be Finlay Bennett turning first, Fraser van der Meulen right behind him. Carl Mossman in third place. So can Finlay hold off the challenge from Fraser? It looks like he is at the moment. He still has the advantage. It's all about the touch here, but it is Finlay's race there. Finlay finished ahead of Fraser. Again, we're cursed with this lack of time. There we go. We've got the time now for Finlay Bennett, I beg your pardon, 1:10.38. Fraser van der Meulen, 1:10.84. And Kyle Mossman, 1:16.09. That concludes event 206. And we now move on to the 50-metre backstroke, starting with the girls. And that's event 207. So the results for event 204, the boys 11 to 12, 200-metre butterfly. First place, Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. Second, Oliver McElwraith, Cumbernauld. 13-year-old boys. First place, Nikolai Cisnet. Second, Andrew Patterson. Third, Aaron Machin, all City of Glasgow. And the 14-year-old boys, 200-metre butterfly. First place goes to Ethan Collins, Bells Hill Shark. Second, Daniel Henry, City of Glasgow. And his teammate, Kyle Connolly, in third place. So event 207, heat 1. Lane 0, Hannah McMillan, North Ayrshire. 1, Kaylin McCauley, Lark Hall. 2, Millie Kerr, Dumfries. 3, Anna Law, Lark Hall. 4, Hannah Jimison, East Kilbride, empty lane 5. 6, Penny Glendinning, Kingston. 7, Sandy Keddy, Cumbernauld. 8, Cardellen Archbold from Stirling Swimming. It looks like lane 0, Hannah Macmillan, North Ayrshire. But no, coming through really fast now. Lane 7, Sandy Keddy. No, beg your pardon, lane 6, Penny Glendinning from Kingston. Wins that in a time of 37.05. Hannah Jimmerson in second and Helen Macmillan in third, as the board clears to confirm those results. And heat 2, lane 0, Eva Gibson, Cumbernauld. Empty lane 1, 2, Rachel Cameron, North Ayrshire. 3, Evie Glencorse, Kilmarnock. 4, Millie Wright, East Kilbride. 5, Charlotte Smith, Stirling Swimming. 6, Ella Craig, Ren 96. 7, empty lane 7, 8, Taya Laidlaw, Dumfries. And 9, Olith McCusker, City of Glasgow. And it's lane 5, Charlotte Smith from Stirling Swimming. Looks like she'll lead the field in, taking first place here. She will. The North Ayrshire swimmer, Rachel Cameron, coming in second. Possibly not, according to the... No, there we go. The board's updating. So Charlotte Smith, 37.08. Rachel Cameron, 37.99. And as the board clears for me, its third place goes to Eva Gibson, 39.22. And this is heat 3, lane 0, Annabelle Lapping, Milngay and Bearsden. 1, Elsa King, Ren 96. 2, Mirren Stewart, North Ayrshire. 3, Maya Loudon, North Ayrshire. 4, Amy McCready, Bells Hill. 5, Kyla McGohey, City of Glasgow. 6, Jamie Steventon, Cumbernauld. 7, Katia Wilson, Bells Hill Sharks. Empty lane 8. 9, Madison Gurley, North Ayrshire. Oh, and this is a battle here. Who's going to get this? Who's going to get the touch? It looks like it was Mia Loudon in lane 3, 35.91. 1/100th of a second split her and Kayla McGohey, who in second took second place there. Third place went to lane 9, Madison Gurley. As the results are confirmed there, Mia Loudon, Kylo McGohey and Madison Gurley. And this is Heat 4, Lane 0, Emily Maguire, South Ayrshire. 1, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 2, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. 3, Rebecca Mallin, Bells Hill Sharks. 4, Lucy Taylor, Lanark. 5, Sienna Melville, Stirling Swimming. 6, Ellen Barbary, City of Glasgow. 7, Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld. Teammate Megan Ferris in Lane 8. 9, Beth Armitt, City of Glasgow. It's all pretty much in a line except for Lane 5. Sienna Melville, she's going to come through to take this in first place, and she does. Second place goes to the Kingston swimmer, Amy Dobson, I think, followed by Ellen Barbary in third place. 34.41 for our first place, Sienna Melville. Beg your pardon, it was Lula Milne, the City of Glasgow swimmer, in second, and Amy Dobson in third. And this is Heat 5, Lane 0, Molly Tullock in North Ayrshire. 1, Rose Gourley, Ren 96. 2, Kimberly Cameron, North Ayrshire. 3, Lucy McFadden, Kintyre. 4, Emily Taylor, Lanark. 5, Neve Brooks, East Kilbride. 6, Abby McMillan, City of Glasgow. 7, Abigail Young, West Dunbartonshire. 8, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. And 9, Kayla Smith, City of Glasgow. And this is really difficult to tell here. Looks like it could be the City of Glasgow swimmer, Abby McMillan, who will take this. Indeed she does. Finishing there in a time of 34.99. Neve Brooks, East Kilbride in second, 35.22. So Olivia Russell in third place there in a time of 35.35 as the results are confirmed. And this is Heat 6, Lane 0, Iris Ware, Rutherglen. Her teammate Abby Henderson in Lane 1. Kiara Middleton, Stirling Swimming, Lane 2. 3, Ella Cunningham, City of Glasgow. 4, Evie Mackey, Lanark. 5, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. Chloe Semple, Rutherglen, Lane 6. 7, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow. 8, Jessica Hill, Bowness. And 9, Hazel Shue, Ren 96. And it's the Lanark swimmer, Evie Mackey, who is going to lead the field home, but the battle is on for second place as Evie finishes there, 31.54. Looks like it was the Rutherglen swimmer, Abby Henderson, in second place, 33.66. No, I beg your pardon, that will change. Casey Dixon from Rutherglen, 33.29 in second place, and Chloe Semple, 33.54 in third place. And we now move on to the turn of the boys in event 208. This is the first of 5 heats. Lane 0, Joshua McCluskey, Kilmarnock. 1, Kyle McQuaker, Kintyre. 2, Hamish Black, South Ayrshire. 3, Jack Higney, Cumbernauld. 4, Danila Jasinskis, Grangemouth, I beg your pardon. 5, Matthew Darroch, Western Bartonshire. 6, Adam Somerville, Wren 96. 7, Callum Connor, Lark Hall. Empty lane 8, 9, Rhys Ferguson, Wren 96. And the battle going on over on the other side of the pool there, but it is Jack Higney, 36.62. Danilo Jasinskis in second, 36.98. And all the way over here in lane 9, Rhys Ferguson from Wren 96 in third place, 38.46. So from heat 1, there's a disqualification in lane 7 for a technical infraction. Moving on to heat 2, lane 0, Charlie McColgan, City of Glasgow. 1, Harrison McMillan, Stirling Swimming. 2, Oliver McElraith, Cumbernauld. 3, Lewis Relly, South Ayrshire. 4, Zach Neeson, Lark Hall. 5, Struan Henry, Dumfries. 6, Nicodemus Mulemans, Kingston. 7, Rory McMillan, Stirling Swimming. 8, Liam Hendry, North Ayrshire. And 9, Kieran Naismith, Bells Hill Sharks. Lane 5 swimming really well, as are 0 and 1. Lane 1, Harrison McMillan. But it's Struan Henry that took that, the Dumfries swimmer, 36.96. Harrison McMillan in second and Charlie McColgan in third. No, beg your pardon, sorry, Liam Hendry in third. Just ahead of Charlie there. And heat 3, lane 0, Soren Hudson Young, Stirling Swimming. Teammate Joss Ruddy in lane 1. 2, Archie Johnson, Western Bartonshire. Lane 3, Adam Murray, Bells Hill. 4, Cameron O'Donnell, Hamilton Baths. 5, Lewis Ryder, Lark Hall. 6, Archie Barr, Wren 96. 7, Aidan Fraser, Western Bartonshire. 8, Nathan Zerrell, Dumfries. And 9, Daniel Simpson, South Ayrshire. And it's the Bells Hill Shark swimmer, Adam Murray, who has the advantage over the field, ahead of Cameron O'Donnell. And indeed, it is Adam Murray that takes that in a time there of 34.24. Cameron O'Donnell in second place, 34.90. And Archie Barr in a time of 36.66. In third place, I think. No. I think the board's going to update me there. So the finish order, Adam Murray, Cameron O'Donnell, Lewis Ryder are your 1, 2 and 3. And this is heat 4, lane 0, Jack Morrison, Cumbernauld, 1, Cole McCluskey, N96, 2, Brian Fitzpatrick, Western Bartonshire, 3, Lewis Nelson, Hamilton Baths, 4, Jared Gonter, City of Glasgow, 5, Callum Struzik, Bales Hill, empty lane 6, 7, Nikita Jansinskis from Grangemouth, 8, Callan Chesser, City of Glasgow, and 9, Kyle Sanderson, South Ayrshire. And it's Callum Struzik, the Bales Hill Shark swimmer, who just has the advantage over Jared Gonter there in the centre of the pool. It will be the Bales Hill Shark swimmer that takes that, ahead of Jared Gonter. So Callum's finishing time there, 33.99. Jared Gonter, 34.42. And Nikita Jasinski, the Grangemouth swimmer, 34.69. And this is the final heat of event 208. Lane 0, Theo Sterica, South Ayrshire. 1, Angus Woods, Kintyre. 2, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. 3, Max Miller, Western Bartonshire. 4, Daniel Hendry, City of Glasgow. 5, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. 6, Aaron Russell, Bales Hill, empty lane 7. 8, Oscar Ferguson, South Ayrshire. And 9, Kaylin Cardy from Stirling Swimming. And this is all to play for as the boys come into the closing stages here. I think it will be lane 5 that will take this. Adam Merrick, he does so in a time of 30.71. City of Glasgow swimmer Daniel Hendry, 30.82 second. And the Kintyre swimmer Angus Woods, I think, is in third. Yes, he is, 31.07 for Angus. That's your results confirmed for the final heat of event 208. So we're now moving on to event 209. This is the 200 metre IM. We'll start with the girls. We have 6 heats. Event 209, the girls 11 to 14, 200 metre IM. This is heat 1 of 6. Lane 3, Heidi Shaw, N96. 4, Sophie Haining, Bales Hill Sharks. And 5, Casey Crisp, East Kilbride. So 50 metres of each stroke for the girls here. And it's the Bales Hill Shark swimmer, Sophie Haining, who has taken the early lead. She turns there 38.73. Girls' entry times range from 3:04 through to 3:09. But we have seen some pretty big improvements on those entry times during the course of today. Not only this afternoon, but this morning's racing. So let's see what the girls can do this afternoon. Sophie Haining continues to lead the field. She's into the backstroke. Heidi Shaw and Casey Crisp pretty much in a line, although I think Heidi may just have the advantage over Casey. But we are going to move into the breaststroke, who knows? We've seen a lot of changes of positions with that, as Sophie Haining turns and goes into the breaststroke section of her 200 IM. The East Kilbride swimmer Casey Crisp turning first ahead of Heidi Shaw there, as all three girls are now into the breaststroke section, with the East Kilbride swimmer having the advantage over the Ren 96 swimmer Heidi Shaw. Sophie Haining still continuing to swim very strongly there, front of the field. It's really all about who's going to be second and third here between Heidi and Casey. So Sophie comes down to complete the breaststroke section of her 200 IM into the freestyle, with the two girls behind her pretty much in a line, but I think Casey's going to go into the turn first. Indeed she does. We're not seeing times being recorded for Casey at the moment on the board, but that has been a bit of a hiccup that we've had most of the afternoon. But it is definitely Casey who is leading Heidi Shaw at the moment, with Sophie Haining having turned for the final turn and heading for home. Sophie will be looking to smash her 3:04 entry time here. Just going to need to move a wee bit to manage to do that, but we'll see what happens. And indeed she does, to sub 3 minutes. Well done, Sophie. 2:57.53 as Casey Crisp comes in to finish her 200 IM this afternoon ahead of Heidi Shaw. 3:04.72 for Casey and 3:08.28 for Heidi. And we move on to Heat 2, Lane 1, Hannah McMillan, North Ayrshire. 2, Orlith McCusker, City of Glasgow. 3, Kaylin McCauley, Lark Hall. 4, Emma Patterson, City of Glasgow. Empty lane 5. 6, Mia Loudon, North Ayrshire. 7, Eva Gibson, Cumbernauld. And 8, Rebecca Motion from East Kilbride. So it looks like the slight advantage might be with Kaylin McCauley from Lark Hall at the moment as the girls come into the turn, but Orlith McCusker is right on her shoulders there, and in fact the girls almost turned together. Orlith McCusker 38.97, 40.05 for Kaylin McCauley, but Kaylin still has the advantage again as the girls go into the backstroke. And it will be Kaylin who turns first ahead of Orlith McCusker. Hannah McMillan right up on their shoulders as well over there in lane 1. Emma Patterson not too far behind. Mia Loudon in lane 6 swimming well. But going into the turn here and into the breaststroke section, it will be the Lark Hall swimmer. Kaylin McCauley. Let's see what happens with the breaststroke. None of the girls, the girls are all fairly closely bunched. It's who's got the stronger breaststroke here. Kaylin McCauley looks like she turned first there. Hannah McMillan not far behind her. But then we have Orlith McCusker and Emma Patterson. Look at Emma Patterson beginning to make her move now. We've seen her do this earlier on in her racing, sitting there or thereabouts and then coming through in the closing stages. So the girls are going to turn now to go on to the freestyle as Kaylin McCauley, Emma Patterson turns first there. And she has the advantage over the rest of the field there in lane 4. She's certainly going to go into the final turn. Her head, can she keep that? As the girls all come out of the turn there. Hannah McMillan's not too far away, but Emma's beginning to stretch just a little bit. I think she's going to take this. It's all going to be about second and third place, but let's watch Rebecca Motion in lane 8. She came right through there in second place ahead of Kaylin McCauley. So Emma Patterson, 2:58.24. Rebecca Motion, 2:59.03. Kaylin McCauley, 2:59.70. 1, 2, and 3. And we move on to Heat 3, Lane 0, Rachel Cameron, North Ayrshire. 1, Lucy McFadden, Kintyre. 2, Jessica Simpson, Lark Hall. 3, Ava Murdoch, South Ayrshire. And her teammate Madison Smith goes in Lane 4. 5, Katie McGaffney. Sorry, I beg to start that again. Katie Gaffney, Rotherglen in Lane 5. 6, Kavya Shetty, Ren 96. 7, Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. 8, Ailsa Chand, East Kilbride, and we have an empty lane 9. So coming into the turn, it was the East Kilbride swimmer Ailsa Chand, 36.91, 37.32 for Ava Murdoch, 37.90 for Madison Smith. Really not a lot in that between those three girls. At the turn, as they're out into the backstroke section of the IM. I think that's Kavya Shetty who's now got herself with the advantage. In lane 6, Sarah McGuffey up in second place. Ailsa Chand, I think, is in third as the girls come into the turn at the halfway mark and transition into the breaststroke. So who has the stronger breaststroke? Kavya Shetty first, Sarah McGuffey second, Ailsa Chand third. 1:22, 1:23, 1:24 at the turn there for these three girls. Ailsa Chand's got herself ahead of Sarah McGuffey now and will turn second in behind Kavya Shetty. But Sarah looks like she had a good turn there and has got herself back up on par with Ailsa. Although Ailsa's continuing to hold her off, but let's have a look at what's happening in lanes 4 and 5. Madison Smith and Katie Gaffney, they're also up in second place at the moment. I think the East Kilbride swimmer will just take that at the turn. Maybe not. It was actually Madison Smith just in behind Kavya Shetty. Ailsa Chand in third. The girls transition into the freestyle, and it is still the Ren 96 swimmer, Kavya Shetty, leading the field. What can the girls do? Sarah McGuffey, Ailsa Chand, Madison Smith, all turn pretty much in a line there, in behind Kavya. This will be Kavya's race as she comes down into the closing stages of her 200-metre IM, finishing in first. It's the City of Glasgow swimmer Sarah McGuffey in second, and third place goes to Madison Smith. 2:50.72, 2:53.10, and 2:54.09 for the girls respectively, as we look for that result to be confirmed. And there we go, that's the official result on the board of Heat 3. We move on to Heat 4, Lane 0. Rebecca Mallin, Bells Hill. 1, Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld. 2, Kayla McGaughey, City of Glasgow. 3, Emily Maguire, South Ayrshire. 4, Alicia Thompson, Cumbernauld. 5, Lucy Taylor, Lanark. 6, Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld. 7, Ava Pettigrew, Cumbernauld. Empty lane 8 and 9, Grace Blair, Falkirk. Could the owner of the motor vehicle registration KO21FJZ please move their vehicle? It's blocking somebody else at the current time. So that is KO21FJZ. Thank you. So Ava Pettigrew turned first there, 35.64 after the first 50 meters. She's swimming there in lane 7. Looks like she may be losing the advantage, however, to lane 1, Megan Ferris, in the recognisable cap of Cumbernauld. But no, the two Cumbernauld girls are going to turn together and transition into breaststroke. And in between them, we have Lucy Taylor from Lanark. Rebecca Malling is shown as in 3rd place, however, on the board. I don't think that's correct, but Megan Ferris leading the field now, ahead of her teammate in lane 7, Ava Pettigrew. Looks like it possibly is the City of Glasgow swimmer, Kayla McGaughey, in 3rd. Maybe not, maybe that was, yeah, it was Kayla McGaughey, Lucy Taylor just in behind her. So first place as the girls transition into the final 50 meters, the freestyle. Megan Ferris in 1st, Ava Pettigrew in 2nd, Kayla McGaughey in 3rd. The Cumbernauld swimmer has already turned and heading for home. Her teammate has done likewise in lane 7. Lane 6, Alex Shepherd fighting back. Lucy Taylor swimming well, but I think 3rd place will go to the City of Glasgow swimmer, Kayla McGaughey. Megan Ferris finishing first, 2:46.53. Ava Pettigrew second, 2:50.36. And 2:51.15 for Lucy Taylor sees her in 3rd place, but I think that the board has to confirm times. We're looking for a time for lane 3. There we go. So we have the results confirmed there. Megan Ferris, Ava Pettigrew, Lucy Taylor. And heat 5, the penultimate heat of the girls' events for this afternoon. Lane 0, Orlith Jeffrey, Lanark. 1, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. 2, Abigail Fagan, Ren 96. 3, Caitlin Morton, City of Glasgow. 4, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. 5, Evie Chan, Ren 96. 6, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow. 7, Kayla Smith, City of Glasgow. 8, Neve Scott, City of Glasgow. And 9, Ava Steele, Falkirk. So just away from the pool for a moment, the results for event 205. The girls' 100-metre breaststroke, the 11 to 12-year-olds. First place, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. Second, Elsa Chand, East Kilbride. And third, Sophie Haining, Bales Hill. 13-year-old girls' 100-metre breaststroke. Ren 96, Abigail Fagan in first. Evie Chan, also Ren 96 in second. And Grace Blair, Falkirk in third. 14-year-old girls. Ava Ross, City of Glasgow in first. Gina Wren, City of Glasgow second. And Lisa McNair, Grangemouth in third. So let's go back to the pool now. And as the girls transition into the breaststroke, it is Anna Campbell from City of Glasgow leading the field. Caitlin Morton, also City of Glasgow in second, and the Ren 96 swimmer, Charlotte Craig, in third. There really isn't a lot at the moment. Who's going to take turn first here? Looks like lane 6, Anna Campbell, still has the advantage, but she's certainly being hunted down. We can see lane 2, Abigail Fagan. She's now moved ahead of the field, and I think she will come into the turn to transition into freestyle ahead of the field. In behind her, lane 4, Lucy Hunter, Kayla Smith. So it was Abigail Fagan there. Can she keep that lead? It is pretty tight between lanes 2, 4, 5 and 7 at the moment as the girls go into the final turn. This is all going to be about what they've got in the final stretch. Swimming really beginning to move now is lane 5, Evie Chan. She has the advantage over the field. She'll take this and win this. She does touch first. In behind her, Lucy Hunter. And over in lane 1, Charlotte Craig finishing in 3rd place. Evie Chan. Just some results for event 206, the boys 11 to 12 100 metre breaststroke. First place, Luke Todd, Grangemouth. Second, Zach Neeson, Lark Hall. And third, Lewis Relly, South Ayrshire. 13-year-old boys. First place, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow. Second, Ryan Krabby, Ren 96. Third, Angus Woods, Kintyre. Disqualification for lane 0 and lane 7 for technical infractions. As the results are confirmed there, Evie Chan, Lucy Hunter, Charlotte Craig, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Heat 6, final heat for the girls this afternoon. Lane 0, Abby McMillan. 1, Eva Gordon. 2, Daisy McInnes. 3, Ava Ross. 4, Gina Wren. 5, Olivia Caldwell. 6, Ella Cunningham. 7, Abigail Crawford, all City of Glasgow. 8, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. And 9, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. So the final results for event 206, the 14-year-old boys 100 metre breaststroke. First place, Finley Bennett, Rutherglen. Second, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swimming. And third, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. So it's Gina Wren leading her teammate Ava Ross and their teammate Abigail Crawford at the first turn there as the girls move into backstroke. Continues to be Gina Wren in lane 4, leading the field. Ava Ross in behind her. Need to watch these blue caps. Distinctive caps of City of Glasgow, but it is Gina Wren that will turn first and transition into breaststroke. Ava Ross second. Then Olivia Caldwell in third. Abigail Crawford in fourth. Rutherglen swimmer in behind her in fifth. As Gina Wren continues to swim strongly there, going into the turn for the halfway for breaststroke. Ava Ross right behind her, however. These girls will be very familiar with each other in training, but Ava Ross is coming right up alongside Gina Wren. I think she's beginning to gain the advantage there as they come into the turn. Transition into freestyle. Ava Ross has taken the lead ahead of Gina Wren and then Olivia Caldwell in third place. Gina is responding, however, and looks to have regained the advantage over Ava Ross. See what happens after the final turn. They both turn together. So the battle down the final length for these two girls. Looks to me like Ava is gaining the advantage. She has nearly 2/3 of a body length, half a body length. Gina's trying to come back, but no, that goes to Ava Ross. 2:31.54. Gina Wren, 2:32.00. And their teammate Ella Cunningham in a time of 2:36.51. No, that's not correct. The board's 2:34.74 for Olivia Caldwell, I beg your pardon. Olivia is in third place as the results are confirmed. And event 210, the final event of this afternoon session. And it's now the turn of the boys, 200 metre IM. We have 6 heats of this event. This is heat 1, lane 3, no swimmer. 4, Reese Ferguson, Ren 96. 5, Finn McDonald, East Kilbride. So 3:09.99 for Reese is his entry time. And Finn 3:10.12. It is the 12-year-old from East Kilbride that's leading at this very early stage. Just look away from the pool for a moment and announce the results of event 207. This is the girls 11 to 12 50-metre backstroke. First place, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. Second, Emily Taylor, Lanark. 3, Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld. 13-year-old girls. First place, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. Second, Abby Henderson, Rutherglen. Third, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 14-year-old girls, 50-metre backstroke. First place, Evie Mackey, Lanark. Second, Chloe Semple, Rutherglen. And third, Ella Cunningham, City of Glasgow. So we'll go back to the pool now. 41.82, 43.43 was the time after the first 50 metres for these two boys. Finn McDonald now transitions into breaststroke, 1:26.28 for him at the halfway mark, with Reese Ferguson, 1:34.12. So Finn McDonald looks like he's moving away from Reese Ferguson. As Finn goes into the turn there, ahead of Reese Ferguson. So Finn McDonald, the East Kilbride swimmer, turns, transitions into freestyle. He's got 2 lengths left to go. Looks very strong out there in front. He'll be looking to come in well under his entry time of 3:10.12. As indeed will Reese, just 11 years of age from Ren 96. There we go. Finn turns for the final turn and heads for home. Final time and heads for home, I beg your pardon. And that's Reese turning for the final time. So it is Finn McDonald who will take this first heat this afternoon. And he does so in a time of 3:04.93. He'll be well pleased with that. So let's hear it for Reese as he comes in to finish his IM this afternoon. And does so in a time of 3:19.00. So we move on to Heat 2. The results confirmed for Heat 1. So heat 2, lane 1, Oren McLeod, Grangemouth. 2, Zach Neeson, Lark Hall. 3, Nicodemus Mulemans, Kingston. 4, Samuel McEwen, Cumbernauld. 5, Michael Odebutu, City of Glasgow. 6, Struan Henry, Dumfries. 7, Max Clark, South Ayrshire. And 8, Nathan Zaorel from Dumfries. And it's Michael Odebutu, the City of Glasgow swimmer, in lane 5. And Nicodemus Muleman from Kingston leading with the Kingston swimmer, and they had the advantage going into the turn there. 36.60, 38.72. Michael, a good turn there, looks like to have gained the advantage going into the backstroke. Splitting these two boys for third place was Samuel McEwen. Although then, let's watch the Dumfries swimmer, Struan Henry. I think he's just had the advantage there at the turn from Samuel McEwen. As Nicodemus and Michael come down to the halfway mark of their 200 IM this afternoon. It will be the Kingston swimmer going into the turn first, transitioning into breaststroke. I think Michael possibly had the better turn there, and he's gained the advantage going into the breaststroke. Let's see if he can build on that. It is the Dumfries swimmer, Struan Henry, who is in third, with Samuel McEwen in fourth. So it's all about what we can do with our breaststroke at this stage as Michael turns ahead of the field. Nicodemus in second. And coming back into third place, Samuel McEwen. Just, I think, has the advantage over Struan Henry. You can see Nicodemus trying to get back on par with Michael. He's about half a body length away from him as the boys turn and transition into the freestyle. 2 lengths left to go. Samuel McEwen back up in second ahead of the Dumfries swimmer. But what can Struan do now to get himself back into the placings? It looks like he is gaining the advantage now, with Michael turning first there and heading for home. Nicodemus in second and Struan Henry in third. Can Struan overtake Nicodemus? I think Michael will take this as he comes into the closing meters of his final race of the day. And he does take this in a time, because the time isn't shown, but it's there we go, 2:57.34. And Struan Henry got himself up into second, 2:58.60. A really good last 50-meter swim from him, placing Nicodemus Mulemans in third place with a time of 2:58.67. And heat 3, lane 0, Scott Watson, East Kilbride. 1, Jensen Basketer, City of Glasgow. His teammate Callan Chesser goes in lane 2. 3, Lewis Relly, South Ayrshire. 4, Ollie Jeffords, Roran 96. 5, Kieran Naismith, Bells Hill. 6, Rory Stevenson, Falkirk Otter. 7, Jack Higney, Cumbernauld. 8, Lewis Watson, East Kilbride. And 9, Luke Todd, Grangemouth. And we can see the East Kilbride swimmer, Scott Watson, over there in lane 0, leading the field into the transition into backstroke. 35.89 for him. Lewis Watson all the way back over here in lane 8 in second place. And Ollie Jeffords in lane 4 in third place. Still all to play for here. Let's keep an eye on Luke Todd as well. He seems to be making a move now here in lane 9. And he has indeed overtaken Lewis Watson. But it is still Scott Watson over in lane 0 who has the advantage. I think it's possibly Luke Todd in second. with Ollie Jeffords in third. In fact, Jensen Basket, no, Ollie Jeffords turns ahead of Scott Watson there, transitioning into the breaststroke. So the Ren 96 swimmer now has the advantage over the field. Can he retain it? Coming through, Kieran Naismith alongside Ollie Jeffords. Scott Watson still swimming well, Jensen Basketer. It's still Ollie Jeffords with the advantage as they come down. But Luke Todd swimming really well, and in fact he now has the advantage. He will turn first going into the final 50 metres, 2:12.41 for him, ahead of Ollie Jeffords and Scott Watson. And Luke Todd looks like he is really beginning to stretch out now. Can Ollie Jeffords respond to that as Luke turns and heads for home? Ollie Jeffords has turned. What can these two boys do in the final length? But it looks like it is the Ren 96 swimmer in lane 4, Ollie Jeffords. He's responded to the challenge from Luke Todd, and he will take this in first place. And then it will be Luke Todd and followed by Scott Watson. So pretty well, it's pretty much spread out right across the pool there. Lane 4, lane 9, lane 0 were your 1, 2 and 3. The results confirmed there. And this is Heat 4, Lane 0, Conor McNaught, Grangemouth. 1, Josh Ruddy, Stirling Swimming. 2, Jared Gonter, City of Glasgow. 3, Jack Kivlahan, Ren 96. 4, Soren Hudson-Young, Stirling Swimming. 5, Kyle Saunderson, South Ayrshire. 6, Murray Callan, Lark Hall. 7, Alexandru Vasilios, Cumbernauld. 8, Daniel Letham, Cumbernauld. And 9, Oliver McElwraith, also Cumbernauld. And it is Kyle Saunderson, 34.02 after the first 50 metres. Murray Callan and Alexander Vasilios in second and third. It's Kyle Saunderson from South Ayrshire. Continues to lead in coming in behind him. Murray Callan, Alexander Vasilios, that's still your second and third as the boys come down to the halfway mark and transition into the breaststroke. Kyle Saunderson will turn first, transitioning there in a time of turning there in a time of 1:16.43. Murray Callan 1:18.57 and Alexander Vasilios 1:19.23. Moving into the breaststroke, will the positions change here? Kyle Saunderson continues to lead ahead of Murray Callan. What can Murray do to catch Kyle here in this Heat 4 of this last event of this afternoon? It is still Kyle. Let's watch Conor McNaught and Josh Ruddy over in lanes 0 and 1. Just got the advantage into second place now, Conor McNaught, as Kyle Saunderson turns and transitions into the freestyle, the final 50 metres of this 200 IM. It's looking very strong, very comfortable out there in front of the field, and it's all going to be about second and third places. Conor McNaught, Josh Ruddy, Jack Kivlahan, Murray Callan. These four boys all fighting for second and third place here. But this race belongs to Kyle Saunderson as he comes in to finish there in first place. Second place goes to Soren Hudson-Young in lane 4. Sorry, I'm just waiting for the board to confirm here. We'll wait for the results. There we go. Kyle Saunderson, 2:41.63. Soren Hudson-Young, 2:44.37. And Murray Callan, 2:45.01. And heat 5, the penultimate heat of the racing this afternoon. Lane 0, Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. 1, Caelan Cardy, Stirling Swimming. 2, Theo Sterica, South Ayrshire. 3, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. 4, Cole Murphy, also City of Glasgow. 5, Murray Johnson, Ren 96. 6, Ryan Crabby, Ren 96. 7, Logan Moffat, Bells Hill. 7, Jay McKinnon, Western Bartonshire. And 9, Jack Morrison, Cumbernauld. And it's the City of Glasgow swimmer Cole Murphy leading after the first 50 metres, followed by his teammate Andrew Patterson and the South Ayrshire swimmer Theo Sterica in third place. Cole Murphy will turn first at the halfway point of the backstroke of section of this IM. Theo Sterica looks like he's just gained the advantage there ahead of Andrew Patterson. Need to keep an eye on the Ren 96 swimmer Murray Johnson. He's now up into third place. Turning into third there, in behind Cole Murphy and Andrew Patterson. 1:13.51 for Cole, 1:14.20 and 1:14.33 for Andrew and Murray respectively. So the boys have all moved into the breaststroke section now. And Cole doesn't look like he's going to quite the advantage as Andrew Patterson comes up firmly up alongside him and looks like he's gaining the advantage over Cole Murphy. Logan Moffat in lane 7 now coming through. Got himself up into third place. As Andrew Patterson will turn first ahead of, beg your pardon, Logan Moffat turns first there ahead of Andrew Patterson and Cole Murphy. They've got the freestyle to do. Boys are going into the final turn. Watch Cole Murphy, he's really beginning to move now. He turns first, he's regained the advantage. Bells Hill Shark swimmer and City of Glasgow, Logan Moffat and Andrew Patterson, can they respond? Cole is moving away from these boys. As Cole Murphy finishes there in a time of 2:34.57. Logan Moffat, 2:36.31. No, that places him in third place, I beg your pardon. Is Andrew Patterson, 2:35.25 in second place. And the results, they were confirmed for heat 5 there. So this is heat 6, the final heat of this afternoon's racing. And in lane 0, Joe Crawford, Scotia. 1, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. 2, Kyle Connolly, City of Glasgow. 3, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow. 4, Ethan Collins, Bells Hill Sharks. 5, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swimming. 6, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. 7, Aaron Machen, City of Glasgow. 8, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. And 9, Lance McMahon from Helensburgh. And Nikolai Cisnet turning first there, just ahead of Ethan Collins. The two boys transition into the backstroke. Ethan is just about up there with Nikolai, but it will be Nikolai that turns first, just ahead of Ethan. To come down, and Nikolai at the turn there for Nikolai has gained a whole body length advantage over Ethan Collins now. In behind these boys in lane 1, Kyle Mossman is in third place. Nikolai turns, transitions into the breaststroke. Ethan Collins right behind him. Lachlan Small in third at the turn there. Kyle Mossman in fourth. So Lachlan will see the two boys ahead of him. He'll be hunting them down. Nikolai and Ethan turn together there. And Ethan has the advantage coming out of the turn. Going to move away a little bit from Nikolai, with Lachlan Small in third place. Kyle Mossman in fourth. Ethan Collins turns into the freestyle. But body half and a length ahead of Nikolai Cisnet. And Ethan is motoring. He's not going to let this go easily. Nikolai will need to watch Lachlan Small. He's really moving through the water and coming up alongside Nikolai. Good turns there by all three boys. Ethan still has the advantage over Nikolai. Ethan Collins, Nikolai Cisnet, Lachlan Small will be your 1, 2 and 3 of the final race of this afternoon. Ethan Collins finishing there in a time of 2:17.12. Nikolai Cisnet 2:17.52. Lachlan Small 2:19.94. And ladies and gentlemen, as Lance McMahon comes in to complete his 200 IM this afternoon, that completes the racing here on day 1 of this West District weekend. Thank you very much to everybody who's tuned into live streaming this afternoon. We're back on live streaming, I think, at 8:25 in the morning, with a warm-up starting here at 8 a.m. No, that might be a bit earlier, actually. Yeah, 8 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you for spectators joining us. Thank you to all of our officials. We couldn't have done this without you today. To all of our volunteers, both front of house and at the back of house. Again,